here with Pastor Colin Smith of Unlocking the Bible, author of Heaven, How I Got Here, the story of the thief on the cross. And Colin, so often the message that this world seems to be sending us is, if you live a good enough life, maybe you can make your way into heaven. That's what it's going to take for approval. And this story is pointing out just the opposite.
Yeah, it really is, because there's no way in the world that the thief was good enough. I mean, he was dying on the cross because he's a thief. He's not lived a good life. And that's why this is such an important story. This is telling us about someone who did not live a good life getting into heaven. And Jesus says, today you'll be with me in paradise. God saves people who are ungodly. Now that's what gives hope, because actually none of us are good enough. If you really take the life that God has called us to live seriously, I mean, even just take the 10 Commandments. The first one, love God with all your heart. Jesus says that's the first commandment. With all of your heart, your soul, and your mind, and your strength. Who's done that for even one day? With everything that's within me? No, we haven't done that. We have not kept the commandments. None of us, even at our best, has done that. That's why Jesus Christ is unique. Only he has lived a life that's really pleasing to God. So actually, when you see that we're all in this category of not being good enough, that's what brings the thief's story to life. How does a person who hasn't lived a good enough life get into heaven? And it's because of the promise of Jesus. And Jesus was the one who, dying on the cross, said, "It is finished." And what he had finished was he had completed living a perfect life that none of us has lived. And he was completing the process of dying as our sin bearer, bearing the sins that we have committed, so that he carried them into his death, so that none of us in him would carry them into ours. That's hope. And it's hope for every person. And actually, it's the beginning of real life change when we come to see that our hope's not in ourselves, but it's in Jesus.
You know, that's a truth that is pointed out so well in this book, Heaven, How I Got Here, the story of the thief on the cross. And you can get a copy by coming to our website, unlockingthebible.org.